Let's come into a comfortable cross-legged position and reach back and pull the flesh of your buttocks back behind your sit bones. And turn your hands to your legs. Close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. Connect with the feeling of the sit bones on the ground. See if you can relax the muscles of the pelvis and the buttocks, the inner thighs, the hips, and allow the sit bones to release down through those relaxed muscles more deeply into the earth. Feeling the letting go and the sinking down. And then from this place of groundedness, we'll lift up tall through the crown of the head. Lift the shoulders, roll them back and down. Feel the space in your heart. Then imagine that you're breathing in and out of your heart. The belly is relaxed. The shoulders are relaxed. Awareness right at the center of your chest. As though there were a little portal there for your breath. Deepening the breath, slowing it down. And then bring the palms together in front of your heart. And with an inhale, reach the arms open and back, chest out, eyes up. Exhale, round your back, or wrap your arms around yourself in a hug. Notice which arm is on top as we're going to switch. Inhaling, opening wide. Arms far back, chest all the way out. Rounding the back as you come into a self-hug with the opposite arm on top. And then just continue at your own pace, letting the full expression of your breath guide the rhythm. And the next time the arms wrap around you, hold them there. Walk the hands toward each other in the back. Let your head relax down. Continue to sink the sit bones down. And really embrace yourself here. Breathe deeply as though you're breathing into the palms of your hands. Feeling the space behind your heart breathing. The place reserved for loving yourself. And then lift your head and straighten your back. Keep your elbows where they are. And release your hands and bring the backs of the hands toward each other. And if you're able, wrap the palms around as well. And then with an inhale, lift the elbows up. Exhale down, as long as it's not painful. Otherwise, just stay where you are. Imagine that the depth of your inhale just floats those arms up. If you're working with a challenge in your shoulder and you want to be still, just continue to focus on the breath coming into the back of the heart. One more. And then notice which arm is underneath and which arm is on top. And then release and inhale out and open and look up. And then exhale, wrap around again. Walk the hands toward each other. Drop the head, let the back round a little here. Breathe into the palms. Breathe into the space between the hands. And then sit up straight. Keep the elbows together and move the backs of the hands together. And then if you're able, wrap the hands. If not, even if you're here, it's fine. As long as you're getting the stretch. And then if you can and you want, we'll inhale the elbows up. Exhale and down. Feel the whole front of the body breathing and elongating on the inhale. And just relaxing the arms on the exhale. And then release the arms. Bring the hands down. And roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Inhaling as you go up, and exhaling as you go down. And just one more. And now notice the cross of your legs, which one is in front or on top. And release the legs and shake them out. Maybe move the toes around a little. And then cross the legs the other way. Opposite leg in front. Pull the flesh of the buttocks back one more time. Rest the hands, lift tall through the spine. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale the left hand down to the ground beside you. Push into that hand and really feel your right sit bone sinking. And then bend your left elbow. Turn your gaze up so that your chin is toward your armpit. And as you push down into your left hand and feel your right bone sinking, reach out long through your right fingertips. Feel yourself growing longer through the whole right side. And then breathe into that length. Exhale, left shoulder down. Long, slow breath dragging in as though you can scale your ribs with your breath. Elbow heavy. And then lift that arm up and fold over your left leg, reaching across the floor on the diagonal. Let your head relax down. See if your right buttock has peeled up at all. And then push into the left hand, sending your right hip back and your right sit bone down. And then walk the right hand out longer so that it's in a nice long line away from the right sit bone. And then just breathe as though you're breathing from the sit bone to the fingertips. Relax the head, relax the body. Every time you exhale, let the upper body be heavy. See if you're holding on to it, and try to just let it surrender to the exhale. On your next inhale, lift up, reaching both arms up. Exhale, right hand down, leaning over, right elbow bends, push into the right hand, grounding through the left sit bone. Turn your gaze up. Reach long through the left fingers. Feel your breath. Pull your breath up the left side. See if you can feel the breath moving out, creating expansion that way, and up, creating length. Drop that shoulder and elbow even more. And then lift your left arm, turn to face your right knee, and fold forward. Press your right hand into the ground, sending your left sit bone back and down. And then walk the fingers of your left hand forward, away from your left hip. Maintain pressure in the right hand to stay grounded in the left hip. And then breathe long strokes up and down the back. Dropping into the exhale. On your next inhale, lift and reach both arms up. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Feel your breath in your heart. Release your hands. Stay with your breath. And come over onto hands and knees. Don't lose the breath. Keep the rhythm of the breath even if you're not moving rhythmically. You can come onto fists if your hands are happier that way. If you're on your flat hands, spread your fingers wide. Let's close the eyes and just feel the weight sinking down into the arms, into the ground, into the legs and into the ground. Establishing your weight evenly across all four legs of the table. Roll your shoulder blades down your back. Pull your sit bones back. Good. Now we're going to take the left leg back and the right arm forward. Keep your gaze straight down at the ground. Reaching back, lift your belly to support your spine. And bring it down. Reestablish your table pose. Flat back, four legs. Even breath. And then send your right leg back. Your left arm forward. Keep your gaze straight down so that your neck is long and straight. So you're not interrupting the flow of energy through your spine by bending your neck. Pull the navel in. Steady breath. And return down. Let's inhale the tailbone up, the belly down, chest and eyes up. Exhale the tailbone down, the belly up, the head down. Push the hands into the ground and lift the front body to the back body even more. Continue with the rhythm of your breath. Take your time. Complete the inhale and the exhale. Reaching the eyes up at the end of the inhale. Relaxing the eyes on the exhale. And come back to neutral spine. We'll walk the hands forward, keeping the sit bones over the knees, keeping the hands shoulder width apart, and dropping the chest down. Maybe coming onto the chin if you're able, or the forehead if that feels better, or maybe even the cheek if you can sink that low. Let the chest release toward the ground. Really stretching in that mid back. If you're on your cheek, please turn to the other cheek now. Exhaling the back body sinking down toward the front body. Push into the hands, lift your head, and then just walk your hands back. Sitting on your heels, folding your arms alongside the body, coming into child's pose. Really let the shoulders rest. Let them spill over the knees. And let the upper body really rest on the legs. Feeling the breath in the body. Or maybe feeling the body in the breath. Clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your hips, rolling onto the top of your head. And then if you're able to, lift your hands off your back. Fold the shoulder blades in toward each other, relaxing the muscles in the upper back, and lifting the arms. Yoga Mudra. You're on the very top of your head. Even if your arms can't quite manage this, then modify them and just stay in the posture as best you can. Sit back down on your heels, release the hands, take another moment in child's pose. Feeling the breath filling into the back of the body. And then send the arms overhead. Lift your buttocks off your feet, keeping your hands where they are. Shoulder width apart. Spread the fingers and point them forward. Bend the elbows out to the sides. And then roll the elbows back toward your knees so that the eyes of the elbows, the inner elbows, spin forward. And then see if that lifts your index finger and or thumb off the ground. And then push down even more into the index finger and thumb. Good. Keeping the elbows pointing back. Curl the toes under. Inhale. And then exhale, lift the knees but keep them bent. Push forward into the hands, sending your ribs back toward your thighs, keeping the knees bent. Drop your head down. Just working on lengthening the spine here. So pressing forward through the fingertips and feeling the sit bones moving back like you're trying to line them up over your heels. Feel the space between the vertebrae. And then straighten just your left leg. Keep your chest down toward your right leg. Relax your head down toward the floor. Keep the eyes of the elbows spinning forward and the thumbs and index fingers pushing into the ground. Now feel where your breath is. Bend the left knee. Straighten the right leg. Press the right heel down. Press the hands forward. Keep those hips back. The elbows rotating. Stream your breath long and slow through your body. And bend the right knee. Walk the feet forward up to your hands. Keep the knees bent. Good. Now we're going to clasp the hands. The knees are bent. Just a little bit, but a good bit. We're going to interlace the hands and bring the hands to the back of the head. At the lowest part of the back of the head, there's a ridge at the bottom of your skull, and you want to bring your hands kind of under that ridge. Have your weight on both your feet, not more in the front or more in the heels, but evenly. Good. Now, with your hands firm against your head, pull down toward the floor. And now move your elbows toward the wall behind you. And breathe. And roll yourself up, keeping your hands behind the back of your head. Come all the way up to standing. And then with an inhale, send your elbows back and your chest up. Exhale, elbows in and down, head down. Inhaling, elbows out, chest up, eyes up. Exhaling, down. Continue at your own pace. Last one. You can spend a few breaths with the chin to the chest. Imagine bowling balls suspended from your elbows. And then on your next inhale, lift the head, press the palms all the way up. And exhale, release down. Close the eyes. Turn the palms forward. Feel your breath. Now we're going to do some side neck stretches. And I'm going to give you two options. So you'll see if you don't want to balance today, then you don't have to, you still get the same stretch. So if you're wanting to balance, then you'll shift the weight into your left foot. If not, just stay where you are. Good. If you're balancing, lift your right foot and just wrap your hand around your foot. If you're not balancing, you're fine just as you are for now. And then we'll all lift the left arm up and then bring the hand over to the right side of the head. And then you might need to change where you're gazing on the ground as we drop the head to the left. If you're not balancing, then you're going to be reaching out and down through that right hand. And if you are balancing, you're going to be moving the foot toward the floor. So as you push the foot down, that should help bring that right shoulder down, deepening the stretch. Imagine that you're breathing into the space between the right shoulder and the right ear. Stand nice and tall, get long through your spine. If you're holding the foot, release it down. And then we'll just move that left hand over to the left side of the head and gently lift the head back up. Release the hand down, close the eyes. Notice how you feel in the neck, left side, right side. If you're balancing, open your eyes, finding a spot in front of you. Shift your weight into your right foot. Lift your left foot and take it in your left hand, keeping the knee alongside the other knee. And then we'll all reach the right arm up and over above the left ear. If you're not balancing, the left arm reaches out and down. And then we'll all drop that right ear to the right shoulder. Find the gaze point that's going to support your stability. And if you're in the balanced version, push the foot down toward the ground. Lengthen up tall, breathe slowly and deeply, aiming for your neck. It's okay if it makes no sense to you to breathe into your neck. Just suspend reality for a moment. Just imagine you can breathe into your neck. Truthfully, every cell can breathe. If you're balancing, release your foot. And then we'll all bring the hand over to the right side of the head and gently press the head. Release the hand down. Stand for a moment with the eyes closed, palms forward. And then we'll step the legs wide apart. Keep the feet parallel to each other. So you may need to widen your heels a little bit more for that. We'll bring the hands onto the hips. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, bend forward all the way. And then bring the hands down right under the shoulders. Push down into the feet, lift up through the thighs, take a breath in. And then exhale, lift the navel in and drop the body over, letting the head spill toward the floor. And then you can press your hands down and forward if that seems like it might serve you. You can walk your hands back so that they're in between the feet, if that works. You can even turn your palms the other way and send them behind you and then pull to lower yourself down. Or just be passive in the pose, breathing in and feeling the energy of the body and breathing out and relaxing the body. Good. If your hands are behind you, bring them forward again. And we'll all walk the hands over to the left and fold the body over the left leg. Now relax your shoulders. Imagine your armpits are falling toward the floor. Drop your head. Straighten your legs as best as you're able. And just breathe. And then place your right hand on top of your left foot if you're able, or maybe on your shin if you don't quite reach the foot. And then bring the left hand to the left hip. And then straighten your body. Try to hover parallel to the ground. Take a breath in and lengthen back through the sit bones and forward through the head. And then on your exhale, spiral your right ribs under you. Roll your left ribs up. Look up to the sky. And then take that left arm up. Send the breath all the way up to the chest. Complete the exhale all the way. And release the hand down. Walk both hands over to the other foot. Hanging over your right leg. Relaxing the arm. Dropping the crown of the head. If you're able to bend elbows, bend elbows. Don't worry about it if you're not. Slow breaths. Notice where the breath maneuvers through the pose to make more space. And then place the left hand either on the right foot or on the shin or on the thigh, depending on where you can reach. And then Lift your head and try to straighten your body parallel to the ground. Bring your right hand onto your hip and then bring your hips back and your chest and head forward so that your spine becomes long again. Take a breath into that length. And then when you exhale, aim your left ribs for your right knee, rotating your right shoulder up. Take your gaze up and then float the right arm up. Filling the space with breath. Drawing the belly in as you exhale and turning into it. Bring the hand down. Walk the hands forward. And take them forward even more, like downward dog. And then press into the hands and pull the hips back. Just a wide-legged downward dog. Shift your hips forward, bringing your shoulders forward, and bring your knees down. And bring your feet back in line with your knees. Good. Walk your hands to the left. Step your right foot forward. And then bring one hand on either side of your foot. And let your hips sink down. Now you can stay here in this gentle version of the lunge. All the versions of the lunge pretty much work the hip equally. Just see how hard you want to work. If you want to lift one hand perhaps to the knee and lift up with the other arm, that's a nice variation. If you like lifting both arms, feel free to do that. And if you want to work even harder, then you can curl your back toes under and lift your back knee so you're in the runner's lunge. And then again, any variation of the arms that works for you. If you're in this one-armed one, then you're pressing down with your right hand to help lift taller through the ribs. If you have the knee off the ground, really push back through the heel. And then for all of us, we're going to tuck the tailbone under, aiming the tailbone for that front knee. Good. If you're lifted, come back down, please. And relax the back toes if they're curled under. Straighten the front leg and flex the front foot. Take a breath in and look up. And then exhale and fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, head down. One more time. Inhale, look up. Exhale, belly in. Head down. Take weight out of your fingers so that you're just barely touching down. You're not using your hands to hold yourself up, just for balance. When you exhale, pull your belly in and up. See if you can relax even more. Do less. Pose is self-sustaining. You don't need to work to be in this position. Undo. Press into your hands to lift up. Bring the hand inside and send the leg back. Breathe in and out. Walk the hands to the right. Step the left foot forward. One hand on either side of the foot. Bending deeply into that front knee. And then taking whatever version that you did on the other side. Inhale and exhale with full awareness. If you're in the one-handed version, that hand presses down. If you're in the runner's lunge with the knee lifted, keep that leg active and straight, pushing back through the heel. Aim the tailbone forward. You can also look up. It's a little more challenging to the balance, but it opens the heart more. And then let's all come down. One hand on either side of the foot. The back toes relax. Send the hips back. Flex the foot. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Stay folded forward, but just look up as you inhale. Exhale, belly in, head down. One more, looking up. Exhale, complete surrender. You know how your upper body lays on your thighs in child's pose? Just imagine that you can do that here. And just rest your body, your torso. Let the hands be light on the ground. Maybe even the elbows can bend. Just laying down into it. The front foot is flexed. Feel each breath. Lift your head. Bring the left arm inside. Turn your knee back. Sit on your feet. Rest your hands in your lap. Sit up tall through the crown of your head. Let the shoulders relax down. And then start to draw circles in the air with your nose. And when you're ready, reverse directions. Getting smaller and smaller in the circles. Until you come to stillness. And then let your hips drop over to the right. letting your left foot kind of stack in a crisscross over your right foot. And bring your left hand onto your left leg. And some of you will be able to reach behind with your right hand and take hold of the top of your left arm. If you can, do that. If not, just reach back and have your hand rest on your back ribs. We'll take a deep breath in and lift up tall, inhale. And then exhale and slide that left hand forward toward your knee. And if you have your hand around your arm, then that's going to naturally roll that right shoulder back and bring you into the twist. And if you don't, then you're just going to push the knuckle side of your hand into your back rib and turn to your right. Look over your right shoulder. And release, coming back to the front. Hands on your lap. Lift up. Bring the feet to the right. Sit down to the left. Cross the feet. Right hand on the right thigh. Left arm behind you. Taking hold of the arm or just being on your back. Inhale tall. Exhale, slide the hand toward the knee. Rotate the chest to the right. Fold the left shoulder blade back and in. Look over your left shoulder. Breathe up into your chest. Inhale back to center. Bring the feet around. Bring the hands around the knees and lean back. Tucking the chin. Good. And then slowly lay your spine onto the ground. Release your hands. Lift your buttocks, tuck your tailbone under, lower back down. Release your legs, shake them out. And if you have an eye pillow, place it on your eyes. We'll all reach the arms out away from the body. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, sinking the weight of the body into the ground. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Release the jaw. Let the lips slightly part. Soften the muscles of the face. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth. Washing away the activity of the mind. Just imagine that it's floating like clouds, drifting off, and then leaving you with a clear sky, empty mind, resting your attention in wherever you feel the breath. Letting go of the breath so that there's no sense of you doing the breath, just the breath happening. And your awareness just resting in the breath. Like the way your body rests on the ground, the mind rests in the breath. Deeply relaxed. If thoughts come back, just let those clouds drift off again. As soon as you notice the mind has gone back into thought, it's not a problem, just let it go. Come back to the breath. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breathe into your heart, your fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead, take a deep breath, stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest, rock side to side. Feel the ground massaging your back. Come center, rub hand to hand and foot to foot, bringing energy back into the body. And roll over onto either side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground, taking in the benefits of your practice, maybe sending yourself some gratitude for your effort, for your willingness to show up and take care of yourself in this way. And then slowly bring yourself up to sitting in a way that's comfortable. Sinking down through the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale the shoulders, relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Thank you.